Dave, Bill, and Carmen, the Morning Cruise here at the Joy FM. We were talking with Brandon Lake this morning, and we've been talking a little bit about family life. And I want to just hang here for a second, and I'll tell you why. I raised 3 boys.
Wow.
You're raising 3 boys.
Yeah.
My wife had 2 brothers. I don't know about your wife. My wife was very comfortable as the mother of boys. She did miss not having a daughter.
Right.
We now have daughter-in-laws that are kind of the daughters she never had, and we've got grandkids. But how comfortable is Brittany being the mother of sons?
3 wild boys.
Boy mom.
Yeah,
She's a boy mom.
Yeah. She was made to be a boy mom. And
awesome.
you know, I think I'm the one that was kind of like, man, like I really love a daughter to go like shopping with, you know, and like I love clothes and I got crazy hair. We could bond over that. We've always wondered, like, good night, if we had a daughter, like she would have the most amazing hair.
Yeah.
You know, Brittany has like curly hair as well. And but yeah, she is the most comfortable with, I mean, it just felt like this is exactly how God, you know, it is how he intended it to be. 3 boys. I feel like a modern day king. Like if I was a king back in the day, 3 boys,
You can brag
I
on
mean,
that.
like,
You still can, but
right. And so I feel like we love it. And it's so much fun. The house is crazy. Yeah. There's not a dull moment. I mean, and my poor wife, you know, she's comfortable raising these boys, but my goodness, she experiences a lot. We're a very close family too, so there's just a whole lot of nakedness running through the house, lots of stuff happening.
Yeah, that's part of it. I know. My wife, when we first got married, she started one of those Precious Moments collections. They did not survive the kids.
Right.
That's 3 boys in the house doesn't happen that way. Now let's talk ages a little bit. My first 2 were 10.5 months apart. And then we waited about 3 or 4. Yeah, I know. They call it Irish twins.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty much as quick as you can do it.
Yeah.
So they've always been pretty close, which is good news, bad news.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Best friends, worst enemies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we had Daniel, the caboose came in about 3 or 4 years later, which was great. But in many ways, he always wanted to be with the older brothers, and they were always annoyed that he was always around when their friends came over. So let's talk ages. What are the ages of your 3?
Yeah, 8, 6, and 1. So
similar situation.
It took us 8 months to get pregnant with Blaze, our oldest, and just long enough to where you're like, okay, God, like what's going on, you know? And it was like this crazy thing. As soon as we stopped stressing about it and we surrendered it, Brittany got pregnant and had Blaze. Then so Bo is 6, and so they're 2 years apart. And honestly, people ask them if they're twins all the time. And you know, you have your kids start to, you know, your younger kids start to look up to the oldest, and they feel like they progress faster, you know, start walking earlier a lot of times because they're just, you know, looking up to their older brother. And so now they're like, it's wild to think they're 2 years apart because they're so like on par with each other. And then we had our sweet surprise. 5 years later, 6 years later. Actually, it's probably TMI, but I was supposed to be in Florida. Okay.
We like TMI around here.
Elevation.
Or as we say, give us the tea.
Okay.
Right, yes.
I'm going to give you the tea. So I guess we don't know necessarily what we're doing because Bo was a surprise. We weren't trying to get pregnant. And then Banner, 5, 6 years later, we were so happy with the season of life we were in. Like, you know, 5 and 7, that's a really great age. They can start to kind of take care of themselves, you know. And then I was supposed to be in Sunrise, Florida. And I decided to go home for 24 hours in the middle of a tour. I was like, I got to go see my family. I don't need a day off in Sunrise. I'm going home, and then I'll fly out for the next show. And that's when Banner was conceived. When the lady told us we go to the, you know, appointment, and she's like, yeah, you're whatever it was, you're 8 weeks and 2 days pregnant. And I counted back. I was like, well, looks like it was the day off. Yeah, or she's very wrong, you know, by many days because I was on the road, you know.
That's a Banner moment right there.
It is a Banner. Nice. Nice.
Bill's known for dad jokes.
I love that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So he started walking at 10 months.
Oh,
And he looks up already, just chasing his older brothers, and it has been so much fun. And he's the sweetest. I don't know what it is about the third kid. I've had a few other friends that their third child was so chill, so happy, and that's how he is. He's such a delight.
I hope it stays that way.
Me too.
I will tell you, my two oldest are now serving in church together. They both work in the same church. My youngest is a 911 dispatch operator that we thought we would never get out of high school.
Wow.
He's very independent.
Yeah.
But he's got a side job. He transcribes sermons
Oh, wow.
for pastors across the country. So we've been very fortunate with our kids. They turned out great, and they all hold on to their faith. But there have been moments.
Oh, yeah.
And you have those moments ahead, I'm sure.
I've had a few already. You would be surprised at 8 and 6 what can come out of their mouth and the way they can act. But, yeah, just keep pointing them to Jesus, loving them.
Enjoy the ride
Thank you.
and the nudity.
Yes.